All right, good evening, everybody. It's your boy Akeem, and welcome to this vlog. We are about to head into the Sugar Bowl between number one Clemson versus number four Alabama. Another part of the playoffs for this season in college football, and this is going to be a rematch of last season's national championship as well as the previous year, in which they do have a split 1-1. And I think this is going to be an amazing matchup for you guys to watch. Defensively, I think the defense is going to have to step up on both sides of the field for both Alabama and Clemson. Let's talk about the NFL prospects we are going to be looking for in this game for the 2018 NFL Draft. For Alabama, they have a slew of players to look at, and the number one prospect to look at for the entire game is Minshew Fitzpatrick, the secondary player for the Crimson Tide. He is a great athlete, and he is one of the top 10 prospects entering in this year's draft, according to many people's draft boards. Other players for Alabama, Bo Scarborough, he's actually rated one of the top 10 running backs for the 2018. Great size, of over 240 pounds, big guy. He could give you tough yardage after the contact. This is going to be a good player for everybody to watch for the later rounds of this year's draft. I don't see him as a first round pick because of injury prone, but I think he's an amazing player, and he has a great running mate in Damian Harris. He's a great running back as well. Let's not forget about Calvin Ridley, the wide receiver for the Tide. He's actually the number one wide receiver according to many people's draft boards. Now Clemson's going to have to definitely keep an eye on him in this matchup. Now, actually, I have a couple players for Clemson that I do like for this year's draft. Going to start with wide receiver in Deon Cain. He's actually one of my top 10 receivers right now entering the 2018 draft. I will actually give you guys my rankings after the season is over, but he is actually one of my top 10 receivers so far as we enter this season's draft. But my opinion might change before I get into the draft boards. And let's talk about Christian Wilkins. He's an amazing defensive end and one of the top 3 defensive ends entering this year's draft. I think this is going to be a great player. He's going to have a lot of work cut out for him against a good offensive line for the Crimson Tide. Now, this is going to be a great matchup defensively. It's going to be key on the defenses of both teams. Now, for Clemson, I think the number one thing you need to work on is to control the ground attack and keep containment in Jalen Hurts, the quarterback of Alabama. They need to force him to throw the football and depend more on him as a pocket passer, as far as an mobile quarterback who can give you tough, great yardage after busting out loose and running the football. But they do have to keep an eye out for Calvin Ridley. He's an amazing player, definitely good player off the breaks and his route running ability. Now, I do believe that I think that he needs to be keeping an eye on most as far as the wide receivers for Alabama. So I think the other playmakers are going to have to step up and be more X factors in this matchup in order for the Tide to win. They can't really depend too much on their star players, particularly in Calvin Ridley. Now, for the Crimson Tide, I think they just need to keep doing what they're doing as far as using their physicality and exploit Kelly Bryant, the quarterback for the Clemson Tigers. He's a little bit inexperienced, so that could be a major advantage for Alabama. And because of that, I will go with Roll Tide in this one, even though I really want Clemson to win. Tired of seeing Alabama all the time, but I will have to go with Roll Tide because of the inexperience at quarterback between Hurts and Kelly. I think this is going to be a good battle between the two players, but I think because of the defenses and the inexperience of quarterback Brian Kelly, I will go with Roll Tide in this one, in this matchup. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be actually later on this week. I will probably try to come tomorrow just to give you a recap of tonight's matches. Thank you for watching today's vlogs. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.